This is Channel 7's Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Kaiti Tong, Corey McFerrin with sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Kaiti Tong. Here's what's happening. Princess Diana arrived in New York tonight for her first visit to the Big Apple. Traveling without her husband, Prince Charles, the primary purpose of Diana's visit to New York is to give British trade a royal boost. Well, that mission began tonight. We have two reports, beginning with Kathy Wolf.
Princess Diana stepped off the Concorde with a demure smile that is practically her trademark. It is her first visit to New York City. The scene at Kennedy Airport tonight, quiet, stately, a small group of dignitaries on hand to greet her. Her next stop would be a little more like New York. Outside the Equitable Center on 7th and 51st, police held traffic for her motorcade and contained hundreds of people who lined the barricades waiting to get a glimpse of England's future queen.
We're anxious to see her. She's a beautiful woman.
I wanted to see if my girlfriend looks a little like her.
I don't know, I think it's a lot too much commotion for her, like for them to stop all traffic and everything.
Many spectators waited the better part of an hour to get a glimpse, and then finally, Princess Di was swept into the 50-story tower for a reception. The lights flashed and the reporters called out a couple of questions but got no response. On the top floor, 150 fashion heavyweights greeted her. The reception actually had nothing to do with fashion and everything to do with British trade. It was hosted by the largest knitwear manufacturer in Britain. Diana's appearance was a goodwill gesture designed to encourage American merchandisers to buy British products. She stayed approximately 45 minutes, but never said anything our microphones could pick up. Oh well, maybe tomorrow. In Manhattan, Kathy Wolf, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
I'm Tappy Phillips with Daniel Strong. The only thing royal about Strong is the royal blue of his New York City police uniform. Strong is a member of the Police Emergency Medical Squad, and he says he and Diana Spencer share an ancestor 12 generations back.
Follow her in the newspapers, and we try to have her join our Strong Family Association of America. Oh? And we had written a letter to her to be an honorary member. But they wrote back that they couldn't use her name. We might use her name in the organization. They didn't want that.
Strong says both he and Diana are descendants of Elder John Strong, who came to America from England in 1630. But except for a very slight family resemblance, that's where the similarity ends. Strong has never talked to Diana, and there are no plans to visit him on her itinerary tomorrow. While Daniel Strong is here in Long Island City with the engines from the Emergency Medical Squad, Lady Di will be at FAO Schwartz with engines of another type. Diana will be looking at Thomas the Tank Engine, one of Britain's most popular toys. Diana will be at the toy store to help promote the British toy and children's apparel industries, and the folks there are already practicing their bows and curtsies.
We're going to enjoy ourselves.
Are you afraid that anybody's going to do some American gaffe, like say, hey, Di, or something like that?
You know, I'm really not afraid. Our view is that this is a fun, happy, positive experience for her, and we're just all going to be ourselves and hope she enjoys the spirit that is toys.
There were signs of welcome for the glamorous princess all over town today. Macy's dedicated a portrait of Princess Diana window on 34th Street, and at Oliver's restaurant, Danish-born daughter Rasmussen won the Diana Look-alike contest. Truly a look to die for. Tappy Phillips, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And we'll have complete coverage of Princess Diana in New York tomorrow on Eyewitness News at 5, 6, and 11.
Good evening, I'm Ernie Anastas, and here's what's happening. It is a royal night in New York. Princess Diana out on the town, turning heads in her elegant white gown. She has been the guest of honor at two galas tonight, one in Brooklyn and the other in Lower Manhattan, which is still going on. Kathy Wolf is live at the Winter Garden in the World Financial Center in Lower Manhattan to tell us all about it. Kathy?
Ernie, it's quite a sight. Hundreds of guests have been arriving for dinner here. It's a gala event. It's a benefit for the Welsh National Opera. The limousines have been pulling up with all of New York society notables and the celebrities. You can hear the sirens going on in the background. People are still arriving here. The security is extremely tight. And now here, Princess Diana is walking down the steps. She's walking down a long flight of marble stairs. That's inside. What you're seeing now is a live picture inside Winter Garden here at Battery Park City. Princess Diana looking every bit the princess, gorgeous in her white gown. She comes down the steps. That was a treacherous 40-step flight of stairs, but she looks as though she's made it with no problem. We asked earlier this evening if she was going to have any trouble with it. They said no. She's a princess. She's a pro at this kind of thing. There she is. She's accepting some flowers from a little child. She's going to enter the dining area now, where she and the other guests will be served roasted breast of capons, among other things, and an elegant dessert. Both the children are moving away from her now. You can see Princess Diana, a mature member now of the titled aristocracy. Quite a different sight that we saw of the shy girl who walked down the aisle in 1981 to say her vows with Prince Charles. All of this is a very glamorous event, of course, and well-suited to royalty, but not everybody was impressed by this. Celeste Ford has more on a very different kind of reaction.
As Princess Diana arrived at the Brooklyn Academy of Music, she was greeted by thousands of onlookers, not all of them fans.
Princess Di! British murderers!
These 500 protesters want the Brits out of Northern Ireland. Their numbers include the first woman to lead the St. Patrick's Day parade. She was just elected earlier this week.
I'm here because that young lady, nothing against her personally, is for what she stands for. A princess, a royal family. The whole thing is ridiculous. I can't believe American people get so excited over royalty.
But most of the crowd fawned over the princess. This threesome managed to get inside the auditorium for a closer look.
The princess, a fairy tale, right? It's like a dream come true.
Others waited outside, some for hours, despite the cold.
Why do you want to see her? I don't know. I think she's she carries herself well, and she's a person we can look up to.
Why do you want to see her so bad?
Why? Well, I think she's the most brilliant. I think she's the most brilliant person, you know, there is to see.
Reactions to a visit by Her Royal Highness may vary, but there's no denying this. It certainly is an uncommon event, even in New York. At the Brooklyn Academy of Music, Celeste Ford, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Uncommon it is, and here at Winter Garden, the event is scheduled to end at about midnight. Then the princess will retire to the Plaza Athénée on the Upper East Side, where she's been staying. That's all for now. I'm Kathy Wolf reporting live with the princess in Lower Manhattan. Now, back to the studio.
Well, Princess Diana leaves us tomorrow, but not before a visit to Harlem Hospital at 10 in the morning. There she'll meet with children with AIDS. That visit is followed by a luncheon reception by the British Consul General. Then it's off to Kennedy Airport for the flight home on the supersonic Concorde. Her scheduled departure time, 1:45 p.m.